The beat on the beat.
Welcome to A Stylish Life. I'm ShaKayla Diamond. As you can see, we are in a new setting, and I know I haven't recorded in like 2.5-3 weeks, but as you guys all know, I graduated from college 2 weeks ago on May 11th, and so I've just kind of been trying to get the feel of everything, being back home, also trying to figure out where I'm going to be recording because I don't have my own space anymore. So I don't have a designated spot to where I have my setup and I could just start recording, be moving stuff around and recording all the videos I need to record. So I had to figure all of that out, give myself some time to kind of like relax and recuperate. Also, I've been like on the grind and really have not even been sitting down long enough to even record anything. So yeah, but as you see, we are in my room. So sometimes I'll be recording videos in here, and also sometimes I found a spot where I want to set up like my table and everything like that, like I had in my old videos. And I finally found like a spot where I think I want to do that. So I'll either be recording here or down in the basement where I set it up. So today I finally turned the camera back on. I've been kind of like vlogging for one, not big vlog, but one vlog, and this is my first time actually sitting to record for like an actual video, and it kind of feels good to turn on the camera. I wasn't really feeling motivated or inspired. This video is not about any of that, but I wanted to just kind of give y'all like a reason of why I was gone for how long I was gone. The last time I think I uploaded a video was the week after my graduation, and it was on a Tuesday, and that since then I have not uploaded a video. So just wanted to say why I've been gone, and I am back now. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into today's video, so keep watching if you are interested. So as you guys probably know by now, I am a wardrobe stylist and a creative director. A wardrobe stylist is someone who dresses celebrities or regular people, does personal shopping for them, for photo shoots and video shoots. They are the people who picks out the wardrobe for those things. In the name, they are a wardrobe stylist. So they are the people who put the clothing together, who's responsible for the outcome of the looks. And all celebrities have wardrobe stylists, believe it or not. But yeah, as you guys know, that is what I do. Well, two of the things that I do. And I wanted to make a video about 10 things that upcoming wardrobe stylists should know that people may not say, or that I've learned, because as a wardrobe stylist, there is no guidebook, there is no how-to, there is no what you're supposed to do to get this place. So it's a lot harder because you don't really have that guidebook to really tell you what to do. You really just have to start and just really just see where it goes. And I started actually wardrobe styling probably 3 years ago. I had known that I wanted to do it, but I actually started it like taking clients and working on projects and shoots and photo shoots and video shoots about 3 years ago, and I love it. It's my passion. On set is where I feel like I thrive the most. I love being on set. I love the chaos of it all, and I just love it. So that's how I know it's something that's for me and something that I love very much and that I would love to do within my life because of the feeling I get when I'm doing it. Although it is stressful, although it is hectic, although it is chaotic and it can be crazy and things happen at the last minute, I love it and I thrive off of that feeling. So yeah, like I said, this video is going to be about 10 or so tips, 10 or more tips that you should know as an upcoming stylist, some mishaps that people have about wardrobe stylists, and also just some things that I've learned. So we're just going to get right into it. So the first one is, you may have times where you aren't getting any bookings. So it may not be consistent bookings all the time. For some people it is, for others it is not. One thing I will say is, don't get discouraged if you may see that another wardrobe stylist is getting a lot of bookings and you're not. Just really focus on you and your work, because there will be a dry season, but you just have to keep producing additional content if you're not getting actual clients, doing promotion where you can to try to bring in clients, maybe styling family members or friends, just to kind of get that content out there so potential clients can see it and still see like, oh, you're doing work. Like when I first started, my first year and a half, 2 years, I had bookings back to back to back to back. Virtual styling, in-person styling, personal shopping, photo shoots, video shoots, fashion shows, all types of things, like back to back to back. Like it was starting off strong. I was getting my feet wet in so many different experiences, and I just hit the ground running, really. And then for like, I would say maybe like the past year or so, this has been my dry season. Everybody goes through a dry season. It could be for any particular reason. God could be preparing you for an even bigger booking, that he needs you to have this dry season to get it together, so that when he gives it to you, you're mentally prepared for it, which I feel like that's probably what I'm going through right at this moment. But I try not to get discouraged. I just continue to keep trying to put out work, even if that's putting on my own shoots, so that I can produce content and things like that, to let people know that this is what I do. I'm available for this service if you need it. But do not get discouraged, because there is a dry season that can come along. If that does happen to you, don't feel like you're doing something wrong. I mean, of course there's always more that you could be doing, but don't feel like you're doing something wrong, or that you should especially give up. Don't give up, because everything won't always be on the up and up. Some people, that does happen to them. Some people get a client that's a celebrity and their career as a wardrobe stylist takes off. But that does not happen to everybody. So don't get discouraged and feel like, oh, I'm not getting any bookings, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, no, you just have to, if this is something you really love, you just going to have to grind it out. You're just going to have to work through it. You're going to have to find other things to supplement for you not getting bookings, or find new things that you can do to try to bring in new customers and clients and things like that. So the first one is, there will be a dry season possibly, and more people experience it than you think. There's a lot of wardrobe stylists who probably experience it and don't talk about it, but I'm here to tell you that it does happen, and it happens to the best of us. So if that's something that's happened, if you're a wardrobe stylist watching this and it's something that happens to you, try not to get discouraged, and like I said, keep pushing out anything that you can to try to bring in new clientele. 2, this kind of goes into some of the things I said in the first point, but put yourself out there. Ask people if you can style them. Make yourself available so that you can get your feet wet. So basically, promote. Social media is free on all platforms. It's completely free unless you're trying to do sponsored posts. It's free, so use that to your advantage. Promote, 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 promote. Okay, all of your social media should be a brand. For me, I get on social media, for instance, the most I get on is Instagram, because I really like Instagram. But also social media for me is a brand. So if it wasn't for me building my brand, I probably would, I mean, I don't post that often anyway, but if it wasn't for that, then people wouldn't really see me. But social media is free. Use it. Instagram stories, the posts that you can post on Instagram, whether that's you putting together outfits. I used to do so many polyvore sets. I used to do like 100 a day. And I loved it so much, but I would put it out on Instagram. People would like it. I would tag the designers, and people would contact me like, oh my god, I would go to your page so that I could get inspiration for what to wear. Like, it was so many times that I'm like, oh, nobody's looking. But then I would get calls, I would get texts, I would see people in person that I don't even know, and they would be telling me like, I go to your page when I need inspiration for a look, like, oh my god, you put things together so great. People would comment, people would like, you know, all sorts of things. So polyvore is no longer here, which is sad. I think it was bought out like last year, but I would make polyvore sets and put them on Instagram because that's what I had at the time. Putting together outfits or showing the outfits that you have on and telling, you know, where you got it from, tagging those brands, because you know they might reach out to you to be an influencer, and that can help you as a wardrobe stylist as well. But also you can when you go shopping in the fitting room, you can show people how you shop. You can even, if you have a YouTube channel, you can make a YouTube video out of showing people how you shop. You can make an Insta story of putting together outfits, of clothes that you found in the store. Like, one influencer that I follow, her name is T Ray. I don't know her actual name, but like her handle is T Ray, and her and another influencer from Detroit, they did like a think it was called like Fitting Room Chronicle or something like that, but they both went to the same store and picked out outfits for a particular, I think it was for spring, and it was like a collaboration that they did together, and they just showed each of their audiences the outfits that they would have picked for the spring, and then they promoted each other's on their own pages. So you can do things like that. With your YouTube page, you can show you pulling clothes. If you're a wardrobe stylist, pulling basically is shopping for clothes, to put it in the most simplest terms. But you can pull from showrooms. So pulling from showrooms, you can write out like a pull request to that company to ask them if you can pull from their shop. They could say yes or no. Or you can pull from a store and work it out the way you need to work it out. But yeah, all those different things you can do on social media to promote yourself. You can show you could style a friend or something, or say, let me put this outfit on you real quick, and post it on Instagram. People don't know that you're not doing a photo shoot. People don't know that you're not doing a video shoot. It just looks like you're doing work, and that might get people thinking. That might get people, you know, wanting to know what else you're doing, because the fact that Instagram is no longer in chronological order, you might post some information that people very well do not know about because they did not see it the first time that you posted it. So just because people aren't liking it doesn't mean that they are intentionally not liking it. It's just that the way that Instagram is set up now, it's a lot harder. But there are so many things that you can use and do on social media to promote yourself, promote your services, promote your businesses. You can make flyers on Canva. Say for instance, you could say, I'm doing a special from this day to this day for personal shopping and for closet consultations. You could post that on your Instagram story and on your feed, and since that's special, people might be interested and say, oh, well, let me try her. I might have thought that she was expensive. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people may not even ask what your prices are, but might just deem them as being expensive, so they don't even ask or want to try. Of course, you should make people pay what you weigh. If you're worth it, charge it, period. But also, it doesn't hurt to do a special every now and then, especially if you're experiencing a dry season. And like I said, some people are the type to where if the prices are not in their face, they may not want to ask, and they may discourage them from even wanting to, you know, reach out. Everybody is not your client. So if they choose not to reach out because they think your prices are too high, maybe they just weren't meant for you as one of your clients. But the whole point of this all is make yourself available, get your feet wet. Any opportunity that you see, take it, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, I would see like a stylist will post on Instagram that she needed a wardrobe stylist. and she needed an assistant wardrobe stylist for something that she was doing, and somebody sent it to me on Instagram because I didn't follow her, so I didn't see it. But we went to the same school, but still, I didn't follow her, so I didn't see it. And they sent it to me because they thought that I would be interested in it, and I didn't know her, I didn't know what the project was, I just wanted to do it. It was an opportunity, so I chose to take it. And I end up assisting styling with her for a video shoot with this artist that we know, and she makes some amazing music today. So you just really never know. Get your feet wet. Assist if you see a stylist that you like or whatever, DM them or email them and ask them, can I shadow you, can I intern with you, whatever. And the worst thing they could say is no. If they say no, move on to the next person. It's no hard feelings. I've DM'd so many people, people that I like their work, and ask them, can I shadow them or something like that. I've done that so many times. Like one person that I DM'd asking, can I shadow her, telling her like I love her work and this and that, and I end up interning for her. So you just never know. It doesn't hurt to reach out or to try. Just make yourself available. Some work in the beginning you are going to have to do for free, but it does not hurt. My take on that is, if the opportunity is worth it and you aren't getting paid for it, just think, is it worth it? If it's a huge opportunity but they don't want to pay you, don't turn it down just because you're not getting paid. That opportunity that you're doing for free could open a lot more doors than the amount of money that they could have offered you. So always keep that in mind too, because I've done a lot of work for free, but some I would take back and not say yes, but most of it, the bulk of it, I wouldn't change it because I enjoyed it. It was a great experience, and I'm glad I took the opportunity because it was another chance for me to practice my craft and for me to learn more. So do anything to promote yourself, make yourself available. So to just overview of tip number 2 is promote on social media, any platform. Go where your audience is, and make sure you have a brand. I'm going to make a whole different video on branding because I'm big on branding, but have a brand for yourself, and wherever your target audience is, go to that platform. And of course, be on all platforms, but you want to give the most attention to the platform that your audience is on. Next is assist, intern whenever you can, shadow, whatever, cold call, email, do what you have to do. And 3, what else did I say? I don't think I mentioned this, but I didn't mention this, sorry. But put together work for yourself and promote it on your social media. Even if you don't have a client that you're doing work for, get some outfits together. If you don't have a camera or a phone, get you a photographer, put you on a shoot, and put that out there. Sometimes you're going to have to produce your own separate work to add to your portfolio, and it also will get people knowledgeable about what you do, because like I said before, Instagram is not in chronological order, so some people do miss things and they may not know that you do it. So my photo shoot that I did last March, absolutely loved it. I planned it for so long as a creative director as well. That's why I love planning photo shoots, because a creative director is basically just wonderful. I just love that. I love everything that they do. But anyway, I put together a photo shoot, came up with the concepts, the styling. I did all of that. It took a lot of hard work, a lot of planning. I actually planned it for like 6 months before I actually executed it. And it was amazing. I loved it, still love the photos to this day. And I put that work out, and people may or may not know that photo shoot was because I wanted to do it, not necessarily because somebody hired me for it, but I did get great feedback from it. Either way it goes. So yeah, just if you have to put together your own work, grab a friend and put them on some clothes and take some pictures of them and post it on social media and say style by you, do just that. So tip number 3 is, in the beginning, it's okay to do work for free. I already touched on this, but some of the greatest opportunities in the beginning may not be paid. So like I said, do not weigh an opportunity by how much they're going to pay you, especially in the beginning. Think, is the opportunity greater than the cost? Because if somebody's going to offer you an amazing opportunity that can open 1,000,000 doors, why would you turn it down? Because you would rather get paid $100 instead. Would you rather have the opportunity for free that's going to open 1,000,000 doors, or the opportunity that you get paid $100 that one time? I personally would prefer the opportunity that's going to open 1,000,000 doors, and I can get paid from those other opportunities. But this is a long-lasting opportunity for me, instead of just taking the money from that one time and that being it. So a lot of people, it really irritates me kind of, because a lot of people, especially in my generation, feel like, oh, I'm not doing that for free. I ain't doing this for free. I ain't doing that for free. I've interned for free. I've shadowed for free. I've worked for free. I've done a lot of things for free, and I would not change it, because I earned some great opportunities. And if I came out the gate like, no, I'm not doing that because you're not paying me, I would have missed out. Not to say do things for free, and not to say, lower your costs and lower your worth, because like I said, everybody is not your client, and if they don't want to pay your worth, let them go. But if the opportunity is worth doing for free, do that junk for free. Like, stop turning down opportunities because you're not getting paid. That's stupid as hell. I'm sorry, but that's stupid as hell. You think Diddy got where he was by telling people he wasn't doing stuff, he wasn't gonna do something for free? The executives at Def Jam was working for free before they became executives at Def Jam. Jay-Z was probably doing stuff for free before he became the billionaire that he is today. Diddy was doing stuff for free before he became the exec that he is today. A lot of people were doing a lot of things for free before they got to the places to where they were like, okay, now I could start. Now I ain't doing shit for free, because they ain't got to. But they were smart enough to realize that there was opportunity in doing something for free, because it was worth it. Like I said, weigh whether or not it is worth doing for free. Don't just do it for free because somebody don't want to pay you. It gotta be worth it for you to do it for free. If it opened up more opportunities than the dollar amount, do it for free. If it don't, leave it. They'll find somebody else, or if they want you bad enough, they'll pay you. So next is number 4. Tell your clients to spread the word to their friends. So I style a lot of girls for prom, homecomings, and things like that. And I would do it virtually because it was a lot of clients here, and I was in Chicago. And a lot of them would hear about me because they heard about, if they didn't see me on social media, was, they heard about me from their friend who got styled by me, or something like that. So tell your past clients to spread the word. Give them a business card. Keep in contact. Keep that good relationship, so that if they're ever in a setting where somebody's looking for a wardrobe stylist, they think of you instantly, and that's open another door for you. So just make sure that you're telling your clients to, spread the word. Do a good job enough that they will want to tell a friend. If they got a friend coming to them like, girl, I don't know what I'm going to wear for this, or girl, she going to an award show and she don't have nothing to wear and she need a stylist. And they're like, oh, shoot, I know a stylist. Hold on, let me give you her contact. This so-and-so, call her. She's great, efficient, professional. Call her. Next thing you know, you on a job. Just because you did a great job at what you was doing the first time, and you told them to you asked them to spread the word. Do that. It's like leaving reviews on Yelp. That's basically what that is. You're a walking Yelp. Okay, so make sure that you getting them that word of mouth, because word of mouth was one of the first forms of marketing. We can't forget about the other forms of marketing just because we on our phones, we got social media. Like, no, you still got to talk to people in person. You don't just sit behind a computer screen all day. So you have to have that word of mouth ability to say, oh yeah, I do this, oh yeah, I do that. Like, I'm not that great at that. I'm good at it when it comes to like clients spreading the word, but like me just encountering people and saying, well, oh, I do this and that, make sure you check out. Like, I'm not that person, but my family or friends might say, oh yeah, follow her YouTube, she do this, she do that, and that's that word of mouth right there. I didn't even have to say or do anything. But yeah, word of mouth, don't forget about it just because we have Instagram. So number 5, in the beginning, try to spend the least amount on clothing. Most expensive doesn't mean best, and you don't want to deplete your budget. So you, for instance, if you're working on a photo shoot or a video shoot, or even if you're a personal shopper, they may give you a budget for the entire project. You don't want to spend the entire budget on 3 items. Make your money last, even for projects that you're doing with yourself. Set a budget. You don't want to be spending absurd amounts of money for no reason when you really don't have to. So make sure that you're being cautious with your budget. Make sure that you're working smarter, not harder. You don't want to come back with 3 pieces or come back telling them you need more money, and they looking at you like, need more money? Like, they may not have no more money to give you. Now you stuck with the little 3 pieces that you got, and you look a fool. Now your work gonna look a fool because you weren't being smart. You weren't being strategic. So you have to make sure that you can get the most for your client for their money. And just make sure that a little bit goes a long way. You may have a client that loves expensive things, that they love luxury fashion. You may have a client like that. But then you may also have a client who doesn't do luxury, but they love a good look. They love to look stylish, but they don't want to spend over $20 on a shirt. So you have to know how to handle both of those clients. You can't just say, oh, well, this all I could get because this all they sold. No, that just means you have to work a little bit harder to try to find that thing for that particular customer. That particular client. Like, you have to be able to appeal to each of your different clients, because all of your clients will not be the same. The most important thing to also remember as a stylist is that your style is not their style. So yes, you are a stylist, but you are not the person who comes in there and just tell them what they need to have on. You ask them what they're looking for, what route are they trying to go in, what vision do they see, what inspires. If this is like personal styling, what inspires their style, who inspires them, and then get an idea, give them some examples, and then you work together with them. Like, you are not just telling them, put this on, like, and it's not even them. It doesn't even reflect them. Like with celebrity styling, you think that what somebody put on Rihanna, they gonna put the same thing on as Beyonce? If they had the same stylist, you think that stylist gonna put the same thing on the both of them? No, because they're very different people. You have to know who your client is and know who you're working with, so that you are able to please them each and tailor to who they are. So yeah, just be smart with your budget. The one thing that makes me different, like, there's a lot of stylists, of course. Everybody talks about how markets are saturated, but I always say it's a gazillion people who sell water. It's a gazillion people who sell bread. It's multiple brands that sell milk. It's multiple brands that sell cheese. But yet, people still buying the thing that they like the best from the brand that they like the best. People don't buy a product, they buy you. So, it might be a million stylists, but one stylist might be able to bring you one thing, and the other stylist might be able to bring you something different. One stylist might be able to bring you a Rihanna style, but the other one might be able to bring you something a little bit more modest, like a, not necessarily modest, but they might be able to bring you more of like a J-Lo. Those are 2 different styles. And yes, they're both equally great stylists, but they bring you something totally different. So you have to figure out what makes you different. And the thing that makes me different is that, and like I always say, I can make you look like a million bucks without needing to spend it. Most of my clothes, I don't spend more than $20, $30, $40 on it. It's very minimal pieces that I've spent $100-some on. Like, no, I'm not that girl. But you would never know that. You would think it costs absurd amounts of money. And I've had multiple people come up to me like, oh, that wasn't that expensive. No, it wasn't. It was probably half off. I love a good sale. Like, I'm that person. I will get you what you need without needing to spend buku amounts of money on it. And yes, I love luxury fashion, but if I'm gonna spend money on something, it's gonna be something luxury that I really want. Like I prefer a Chanel bag over a Gucci bag. So if I have the money, I would prefer to just wait and save up to get my Chanel bag than just getting a Gucci bag just to say I got a Gucci bag. Like, no, be smart with your money. Period. So make sure that you are planning accordingly when it comes to your budget and being smart about where you shop, how much you're spending, how many pieces you can get for that budget. Can you make sure that you get all of the looks with this budget? If you do need more money, make sure that you are strategic when it comes to asking for more money. Also, make sure that you are telling them how much it's going to cost and being honest about that, and not even trying to overdo the budget, but just being honest with them on how much it's gonna cost. And you can't tell me that you want a Rihanna Met Gala look and your budget is $10. No, baby, we can't do that. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Like, no, I can't do that for you. But you also cannot come and be like, oh, your budget gonna need to be $500 and their style is more of like a Forever 21. And they gonna be looking at you like, what the hell are you buying? So you really just have to make sure that you are smart with your budget, and it's different for every client. So number 6, soak up all the knowledge that you can from any and everywhere. So whether that's from stylists online, and the fact that we have Instagram. I personally love Instagram. Social media is what you make it. I make my Instagram specifically people I'm inspired by, people who motivate me, people who are doing something in life that I want to be doing, whether they're in fashion or business, owning their own businesses, being entrepreneurs. My Instagram reflects that of me. So anything I don't want to see, I don't look at it. Like the shade room, I don't look on the shade rooms. I might, one day get lost in it and be like, oh, but I don't really look at the shade room like that. So I do follow a lot of stylists. Well, not a lot, but like I follow stylists that I like, and I might go to their page. They might drop some tips or something. You just really never know. They might show them pulling some clothes and you like, oh, you okay, that's how you do that. Or they might say, well, this is how I got started with this client. You like, okay, well, let me try to do that to figure out how I can get to that status or do that. Just like I find it very intriguing and very worth it to go look at the bios of people that you look up to. It kind of will allow you to see how they got started and, what did they do to get to where they are. Not to say mimic mimic what they have going on or what they've done, but it can serve as a blueprint. It could serve as like a reference. Let's say, okay, well, that's how you do that. I didn't know how to do that. Or as a stylist, you don't have that many people that you can really ask to say, well, how exactly do I do this? Because you don't, in your circle close to you, I'm pretty sure you don't have that many wardrobe stylists around you. So when you find them, ask questions. If the worst thing, like I said, the worst thing they could say is no. If they say no, move on to somebody else. Like, it doesn't hurt anybody to share information, and I always say that. And so just ask, soak up all the knowledge that you can. But like I was saying, look up the backstories of the powerhouse stylists like Missa Hilton, June Ambrose, all of these people, and look and see if they've done interviews on how they got started. Google how to be a stylist. Like, you can Google anything in this world and whatever will come up. Google is your best friend. So Google how to start as a stylist. What does pull mean? What do these terminologies mean? Also, this Instagram page at School of Style, they post like things like tips for stylists. Like, its actual Instagram page is called Tips for Stylists. There's stylists who've created ebooks that you can use to find out how to be a successful stylist, or what to do to get started and things like that. And even if you feel like you know something, it doesn't hurt to know more. And then everybody has a different perspective of how to go at being a stylist. So you might have one idea of something, then you see they did something, you're like, oh, I never thought about it that way, but now it's something that could possibly work for you. So gain up all the knowledge that you can. Be willing to listen, look up different stories of people to see how they got started. Even if you just need to look at their stories as a booster, even if you've already started, just as a booster to see, okay, I'm in this dry season, how do I get out? I don't really know what to do. Like, what do I do next? Like, things like that, because that's how I be feeling. Sometimes I'm like, okay, dang, like, what do I do next? Like, now what? It's sometimes how I be feeling. So just looking at their stories can serve as like an inspiration. So yeah, like I said, shadowing and interning, I did that so much. Shadowing and interning was my best friend. You couldn't tell me nothing. If I liked your Instagram page or something, hi, my name is, like, that's really all it is to it. And you soak up any information that they're willing to give you, period. Because you, like I said, you can never know too much. If you are a stylist and another stylist has an assistant position open, you could take it. That's fine. Don't hurt. So it doesn't discredit you for saying, okay, I want to take it and, you know, see how they move, see how they do it. I want to be on this project as well. Like, it doesn't hurt to do that. So never stop learning. You can never be too smart. You can never be overeducated. You can never know too much, and don't ever feel too uppity or too high up to. So on to our next point, which is you may get uninspired or feel lost and don't know how to continue. So as I stated previously, I got into this state. Like I said, I've been wardrobe styling for about 3 years, like actually getting experience. And for the first like year and a half, 2 years, I was consistently booked, consistently getting work. And then I got into a point of where I felt uninspired. I didn't really know how to start back up, to not that I ever stopped, but to start back full throttle. If I'm just gonna sit here and be very honest and transparent with y'all, like, I didn't really, and still to this point don't really know where to start. But at the same time, you start where you are and then progress. Sometimes, like I said, you have to go look at those stories of those iconic wardrobe stylists, or the stories of those icons that you look up to, just to see how they got started, to see how much of a hustle they had when they started out, or just think back to the hustle that you had when you first started. So if you're feeling uninspired just in general and unmotivated, sometimes you really just gotta grab yourself up out of that and get because most times it's in your head. Like, I know it's all in my head. Like, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to me too. But it's in your head, and you just really have to pull yourself out and just get started where you are and just do something. Put something out there. Not to say, you know, put anything, because I'm a person who I value quality over quantity, and I would rather do high quality projects in small amounts of them than a lot of unquality products and projects. But just like I said, grab a friend, put together a photo shoot yourself, post it on your social media, make flyers to put out specials. But if you're just feeling uninspired and unmotivated, just try to find more knowledge on how you can perfect your craft, so that once those opportunities do come, you are prepared for them. So yeah, for that one, I don't know. Like I said, with wardrobe styling, there is no guidebook, there is no handbook, there is no step-by-step rules. Like, you just have to do it. Like, it's no, like, okay, well, I did this, now what? Because you really got to figure it out. Wardrobe styling, in my opinion, is all just really figuring it out as you go along. But sometimes we do need that kickstart, or like that idea of, oh, okay, so that's where I should start, type of thing. So yeah. And the next point is figure out what makes you different and what you offer to your clients that's different from anybody else and that's unique to you, like I told you guys. But figuring out what makes you different and what you bring to your clientele, which will make them want to hire you and make them want to work with you. What can you bring to the table that no one else has? Like I said, there's a million people selling water, there's a million people selling bread, yet people choose the particular brand that they like because they like it, even though it's all the same product. They're picking what they appeal to from that particular brand. So for me, like I said, I'm a wardrobe stylist that I can make you look like $1 million without having to spend it, and that's my slogan. And that's just what I have to offer to people. So finding out what you as a wardrobe stylist do that's different, and using that as your marketing tool, and using that as your point of differentiation, just to say, you know, that you're different. Because like I said, it is a saturated market just like every other market is. But like I said, you have to find that one thing that makes you different, and you appeal that to your clientele. And that's how you grow your audience, by using that unique thing, which will attract them to you. So the next one is, make sure you're always learning and knowing the terminology in the industry. So like I said, there are many pages on Instagram that like blurt out like the terminology used within the wardrobe styling industry. Like School of Style is one. I think one of the other pages is called like Tips for Stylists or something like that. But they tell you like basically how to pronounce designers. They tell you designers, because even if you want to be a wardrobe stylist, everybody doesn't know every designer, everybody doesn't know how to pronounce every brand. But as a wardrobe stylist, that will become important, and you will need to know the information just so that you know your field. But it's okay to still be learning that. So things like that, or using Google, or you know, talking to other stylist friends if you have them, and asking them like certain terminology and what it means. Or if you hear somebody say a word and you don't know what it means, you take that into account, and then later on you figure it out. A lot of things I learned along the way, because like I said, at the time that I started wardrobe styling, I didn't know anybody that was a wardrobe stylist or wanted to be one, or even creative director. I didn't know anybody who was in that field. So everything was just trial and error. Along the way, I got closer to some wardrobe stylists, but when I first started, I didn't know anybody. So if I was doing it basically like just by what I thought was right. So yeah, a lot of things are trial and error and learning. Everything won't be perfect. You may do a project and the client doesn't like it, and that's okay. You just take that critique, and you take that feedback on what they think that you can do better, because if nobody's giving you feedback, you won't know what to fix. So don't get discouraged when things aren't going the way that you think that they should. Just take those things to account, and then the next time you can just fix them. But make sure that you know the terminology of your industry, and not even just with wardrobe styling, but with the fashion industry overall, or in any industry that you are in. It is important to know the terminology. You don't want to get in a room when they're speaking in terms of the industry and the field, and you don't know what anybody's talking about. So just make sure that you're always learning. I always talk about this. There's power in knowledge, and you should make sure that you're always learning up on the things that you are interested in, and even things you may not be interested in. But just be a well-rounded person. Overall, it's always good to have knowledge in many different things. And lastly, staying organized is a major key. So like I said, being a wardrobe stylist is very trial and error, but being organized can really help you. So like mood boards, if you're putting on your own shoot and you have models that you hire, like a call sheet will be very helpful for you. Printing out what you need to consistently have in your stylist kit, and you know what a stylist kit is. Like I said, that's another thing about like terminology. But maybe print out a list of what should be in your stylist kit, getting little containers to put those small things in, so that when it's time that you're on a shoot or on a set and you looking for something, you don't have to be scrambling all over the place because you don't know where anything is. Having your rack with your clothing put together already. Once you get to set, get straight to putting things together, so that on set you are not the one that they are waiting for. If you're doing a fashion show and there is multiple models with different looks, you can use some type of like sticky note or anything like that to put their names on the pieces and on the outfit, so that when showtime comes, you're not confused on who has to change into what, or it's not too crazy. I mean, it's always going to be crazy, but at least there's a little bit of organization to that. Making sure that once you put your things on your rack, you're putting the jewelry you want to go with that outfit onto the same hangers. As far as shoes, lining them up with the outfits, just anything that will make your job and your life a little bit easier during this process, because things do get very, very, very chaotic. At one point they could be great and smooth sailing, then once you in it, y'all start rolling, things start going in progress, that's when it gets a little hectic. So it is very, very, very important to be organized as a wardrobe stylist, because there's already enough things that you have to keep up with, especially when you start pulling pieces. You want to make sure that nothing is getting messed up, things are going back into the right bags, you're keeping your receipts. Keeping your receipts is important, okay? Please keep all your receipts. But keeping your receipts, having a mood board like I said, or even written down what's going with what, just staying organized is really, really a major key that I want to end this video off with saying. But that is pretty much everything. Overall, just put in the groundwork as a wardrobe stylist. Like I said, there's no rule book, there's no guidebook, there's no handbook. Most times there is not anybody around that you know who is a wardrobe stylist as well, because even though it's a large field, it's not that common. So there's no guidebook that you should know, but you just have to put in the groundwork. Everything won't start off with you being Rihanna's stylist. Like, you have to grind to get to that point. Like, even going to fashion weeks and stuff, when I tell you I had like a list of like 40 plus wardrobe stylists of celebrities that I was getting their emails, lurking their Instagram pages and stuff like that, or if I didn't see their email, I would DM them and ask them for their email address. And I literally day by day checked everybody off the list and was emailing them asking, can I assist, can I shadow while I was there for fashion week? Because even though I was going for a vacation, not vacation, but I was going to fashion week as an attendant, I wanted to shadow, I wanted to work. Even if people don't respond though, but put in that groundwork. Like I said, make yourself available. But you just really have to put in the groundwork, meaning some things you will need to do for free just to get your portfolio up. Sometimes you will have to put on your own shoots just to produce content, just to increase your portfolio. Sometimes you will have to cold call. Sometimes you will have to send emails to people. Sometimes you will have to search around and try to get people's emails. Sometimes you will have to try to sneak around and try to get somebody's PR person's email address. Sometimes you might have to keep emailing stores asking, can you pull from them, trying to send pull requests. Like, you have to put in the groundwork, because it all takes time. It takes time to build those relationships to where you have a repertoire of being like a person that is reliable. So put in the groundwork and stay organized. And I hope that these 10 or so things that I mentioned are good tips that if you're an upcoming wardrobe stylist, it will help you. Like I said, I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too, because I'm still an upcoming wardrobe stylist. And I am in a space to where I'm like, okay, like, I was doing so great for so long, now what? But that happens to the best of us, but you have to keep going. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I am back with uploading videos. I just had to get some things situated, but I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every time I upload a video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything, and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.